I'm Ethan, 27 years old, the middle child in a family that's always treated me like an afterthought orbiting around everyone else's spotlight. I'm not one to dwell on grudges or act like a victim, but certain events make you question every overlooked moment, every ignored message, every casual dismissal passed off as humor. You begin to see that those forgotten instances weren't accidents. They were signs you were never truly part of the core. Our family events were always bustling, messy get togethers with overcooked potluck dishes, old stories from before my time, and subtle digs that could fill a counselor's notebook. My older brother, Brandon, 30 now, was the star athletic, outgoing, always commanding attention and thriving in it. My younger sister, Kayla, 23, was the pampered one, especially by Mom, who handled her like fragile china. Then me, Ethan, the quiet type. The responsible one, the "oh, didn't see you there" guy. It wasn't all bad. Or maybe I was too young to notice at first. There were decent times, and I won't claim it was nonstop turmoil from the start. But if pressed for a moment when I felt genuinely valued by them, I'd hesitate always with some qualifier. Birthdays, for instance. Mine landed in that odd midsummer slot when folks were traveling or tied up. One year, Mom messaged, "Let's combine yours with Kayla's in a few weeks for convenience." Kayla's is over a month later. Still, I showed up for everything: holidays, picnics, casual dinners. I brought meaningful presents, helped with setup, chuckled at their jabs even when aimed at me. I figured that's family, that mix of affection and friction we tolerate. But then, the gathering hit. Every couple years, our extended relatives organize a big meetup, rotating spots near where an aunt or uncle lives. It's major, dozens crammed in a park or backyard, tons of food, kids everywhere, elders repeating tales. This time, it was at Aunt Linda's spot, her lakeside home about 2 hours out with plenty of space. I'd been grinding at my marketing coordinator job for a local firm, and escaping for a weekend to chat with cousins sounded refreshing. I marked July 15th, took Friday off to arrive early, texted Mom a week prior for confirmation. She replied, "Same location as before, excited to see you." No date mentioned, but I had it noted. Night before, I packed, grabbed snacks to share, dug out some family snapshots for fun. Went to bed, anticipating it. Morning came. I dressed casually, but neat, hit the road with clear skies and a solid playlist. Around 10:40 a.m. at a rest stop 15 minutes away, I texted the group chat. "Maybe we should cancel the gathering, weather looks iffy." Hit send, grabbed coffee. Back in the car, messages popped. Brandon first. I didn't even have a spot in that event. Heart sank. Was he kidding? He often teased via text. Then Aunt Linda sent a group photo: Mom, Dad, Brandon, Kayla, her Uncle Kevin, Heather with her toddler, even Grandma Barbara, who seldom ventured out. All grinning, arms linked, cups up like peak fun. Brandon added, "Guess no one told you, LOL." No follow-up, no explanation. If you're hooked on family drama stories like this, hit that subscribe button, and comment. Tell me where you are happy in this world. That photo and text froze me in the parking lot. Phone heavy in my hand, the air suddenly biting. Stomach knotted, not from fury yet, but that dawning sense this wasn't oversight. I didn't reply, didn't finish the drive, turned back home, spent the day in quiet. That night, sleep evaded me as I replayed years of slights, forgotten invites, curt responses, claims I was too touchy when I pointed out exclusions. Did they ever value me, or was I just filler? By dawn, sadness shifted to resolve. I was finished, fading into the background, done accepting scraps. If they could erase me, I'd ensure they felt the void. Ideas sparked, not vicious but pointed. I'd mirror their indifference, set my terms. I ignored Brandon's text that day and beyond, not from weakness, but a hollowed-out clarity. The breaking point wasn't merely missing the gathering, it was the flippancy that LOL, like my absence was trivial. I obsessed over the timeline, texted mom for address. She confirmed location and excitement, no date slip. No heads up from Brandon or Kayla, not even, see you Friday. Then the pic. It hit as deliberate a choice from spite, ease, or apathy I couldn't pinpoint, but it killed my lingering hope for change. The following week dragged in eerie calm. I didn't initiate contact left. Kayla's brief, "You good," on read her tone, hesitant, like unsure whether to acknowledge the mess. No one else checked in, no mom call, no dad apology, nothing from relatives. That Saturday, I took extra shifts at work, preferring to feel useful resetting campaigns or guiding clients through digital setups. Days later on social media, Aunt Linda uploaded an album, 50 plus shots of Smiles Games custom tees saying, Smith Family Gathering 2023 Forever Connected. In one, Kayla held hers up, names in a tree, graphic mine absent. I zoomed, confirmed Ethan gone. The sensation was raw humiliation blended with closure, affirming my outsider status. I racked my brain for offenses. Maybe two withdrawn, but no clear trigger. Heather, the one I'd bonded with over shared hobbies like debating movie plots or fixing gadgets, might know. We'd texted during her tough times. I'd helped with her portfolio last year. So I messaged, "Did I mess up somehow?" She read it, no response. That sealed it. I'd invested effort, stayed polite, yet no space for me in their circle. Like an outdated gadget, they shelved, expecting silence. But I refused quiet anymore. Over weeks, I went dark. No posts, no replies. When mom called, I let it ring. Blocked after the second. Same for others. Space cleared my head and a strategy formed, not explosive but lingering, making them ponder. Before acting, though, another twist. Mom appeared at my door uninvited. Saturday afternoon in lounge clothes, eating takeout, watching old sitcoms. Knock came. Peephole showed her disheveled, hair tense expression. I opened halfway. "Hey," she said awkwardly. I stayed silent. "I've tried contacting you. I know. Worried about you." I let out a dry laugh. "Now." She flinched. "The gathering, it was a mix-up." I stared. "You overanalyze," she added with familiar deflection. "Everything's personal to you." "No, sorry, just blame shifting." I nearly slammed it, but waited. "Brandon mentioned you're upset. Time to move on. Your family, Ethan, but isolating isn't healthy." "You're right." I nodded. She relaxed. "That's why I'm stopping the chase." Door shut in her face. She lingered briefly, then left. Inside, I felt steady focus, now plotting my start. Weeks blurred after that door shut, not in despair that pinned me down, but a functional hazework meals rest. I kept occupied to dodge deep thoughts, yet not enough to spark vitality. I archived old photos, muted chats, boxed mementos, symbolic closure. Ignored Kayla's "let's chat" and mom's concerned. They rang empty, more for their ease than mine. This marked my ascent, unaware at first. It kicked off small, deep cleaned my apartment. Not superficially scoured hidden spots, donated clutter, swapped curtains for brighter ones, rearranged layout, ditched a worn sofa from parents, got a fresh one I chose. Took a personal day, wandered the city unplugged, stopped at an indie cafe I'd skipped for years, lingered 2 hours, grabbed novels, a sketch pad, a self-help on boundaries. Not my usual, but fitting. Evening, I journaled, raw vents of resentment, grief, insight. One line: I wasn't flawed. I chased approval from those who handed it freely elsewhere. It anchored me, repeated like a mantra. At the firm, I stopped skating by-voiced in huddles, pitched strategies, led a minor ad push. Boss noticed. Soon promoted to handle a key account rollout. Nailed it. Felt capable, appreciated, not sidelined. Loneliness persisted beyond family, from drifted pals. So I browsed meetup sites, joined a hiking group, low-key weekends on local trails, sharing stories mid-trek. Felt awkward initially, but weeks in, they knew my name. Asked about my days, shared laughs. Real connection. Then a photography workshop at the community hub. My counselor started sessions post-gathering fallout suggested hands-on activities for control. Thought I'd bail after one, but stuck learned framing shots, editing basics that capturing moments grounded me. Post-class one evening, Rachel sharp humor, insightful, quicker wit than mine, asked for coffee. We talked hours on random topics, deep dives. She saw current me, liked it. Family silence held mostly. Kayla messaged sporadically. I skipped for protection. Wasn't malice, but guarding against relapse. I navigated the void, now progressing. 3 months post-gathering, an email from Heather arrived. Owe you an apology. Hesitated, then read, sorry for not inviting you to my toddler's playdate party. Didn't realize till later, felt too guilty to address. Mom said you were swamped. Should have verified. You've been supportive. Hope we connect. Wanted to dismiss it, but it validated. They discussed me, orchestrated my involvement. Not enough to dive back, but softened edges. My routine solidified. Firm, thriving weekly hikes, workshop bonds. Even eyed a solo road trip for autumn first break in ages. Pride grew quiet for seizing reins, ditching pursuit of those who deemed me secondary. Doing fine. Then Brandon's text flipped it, call me. 4 months silent since his LOL. Ignored 2 days, then dialed from curiosity. He answered fast. Ethan finally. Silent. No, I'm last you'd want, but didn't grasp the gathering fully. New date, thought you opted out. Scoffed. Seriously, Mom claimed work class you passed. Lie flat. I see now. Revisited your text, talked to Kayla. She's worried. You're distant. Heather mentioned Mom's words. Sounded genuine but tardy. Why now? Pause. She's repeating it. Who? Mom. Attention grabbed. With what? Sigh. Planning Kayla's engagement brunch. Said full invite. Asked about you, she went, avoid awkwardness? Implied you're unstable. Chose exclusion. Jaw tight. Made it your decision. Didn't buy it, so calling? Long quiet. She's reshaping narrative. No pushback. Finally, why you hesitate? Was jerk letting Mom dictate too long? Seeing her harm? Heart raced. No plea for forgiveness, just alert before repeat. Puzzle completed, not just omission, but erasure event by event. If unchecked, truth vanished. Time to amplify, not quietly thrive. Let them confront buried issues powerfully. Processing Brandon's call took days. No rushed reply to his semi-regret or follow-up text. Here if you want more. Believed him as it echoed suspicions. Not mere oversights. Mom, the family's subtle director, assigning roles at events, curating posts with flawless captions, flattering kin for harmony, trimmed me out. Not outright cut, which would have tarnished her. Instead, framed as my withdrawal. That fueled a purposeful tremor. Her strength image curation, polished empathetic facade, trusted accounts until now. She hadn't anticipated my records messages, invites, snaps, voicemails. Every mismatched date deferred celebration, inclusion, promise, broken, saved habitually as the organized one. Unwittingly built my erasure chronicle. Now it held weight. That evening, on my spare laptop, created family timeline folder. Compiled screenshots of chats, cropped out images, late apologies, even a recording where Mom noted, small group this time. Ethan prefers quiet. Yet I'd volunteered venue. By midnight, 60 files, weekend 120. No rash blast wanted impact to fester, reveal her glossed flaws. What she dreaded, exposure in our circle relatives' neighborhood groups. Book club pals viewing her as warm organizer, plan brewed. Chance arose quick. Brandon texted, Kayla's brunch Saturday at 6. She wants you. Really? Pulse quickened. Mom, no. She's not hosting. Restaurant. Can't block. Paused strategically. Next day's finalized pieces, called Heather willing eager. Been uneasy all year. Fear speaking labels, you troublemaker. No chaos, just visibility. Pause. How to assist. Allie 1. Then Kayla. Heard about brunch. You mean it? Instant. Yes. Zach clued me. Sorry. Not loops. Ignoring. But I'll attend. No pretending. Fair. Favor don't tip, Mom. Thumbs up. Prepped, concise, doc not flashy printed chronology with proofs. 10 copies neat labeled, from Ethan. In slim binder. Dialed mark, unseen a year. Mom's sibling outsider for nonconformity. Rivalry roots. He relocated sparse visits, but always engaged me stories listening. Answered surprised. Hey, bud. Favor at Kayla's brunch. Ground if tense. Mom there? Yep. Pause. Count me in. Brunch night dressed plain dark slacks, button up no show. Not performing, presenting. Venue cozy, downtown eatery semi-private nook. Arrived Kayla chatting cousins looked relieved seeing me. Heather too. Brandon nodded distant. Then Patricia at table end in patterned top wine glass mid-laugh. Face neutral on spotting me practiced poise. Approached stiff embrace. Ethan surprised. Guess no one told you but deadpan. Smile faltered. Past her. Meal started normal chatter starters utensil clinks. Held off till midway post Kayla's toasts. Stood calmly. Something to share. Room hushed. Pulled binder from bag distributed packets. This, Patricia queried composed. Ignored addressed group. Narratives circulated, I've withdrawn missed gathering playdate others from busyness or choice. Let linger. Not accurate. Breath. Reality. Wrong dates given uninvited deemed unnecessary. Worse reframed as my opt-out. Patricia shifted. Packets hold proofs, dates, messages, exchanges. Not to shame, to clarify. Tired of fading. Heavy quiet descended. Years striving inclusion, realized no need. Deserve belonging or honest exclusion sans deception. Sat observed. Patricia's grip froze on glass eyes scanning packet. Brandon stunned. Heather affirming nod. Mark subtle knowing smile like long foreseen truth emerging. No immediate words, needed none. Visibility achieved at last, but merely opener. Post-statement hush at Kayla's brunch weighed thick, not combative, the type prompting glances at packets or neighbors. Some eyed Patricia, others skimmed pages. I added nothing. Power in restraint. No yells, please, just factual delivery with evidence. Event wrapped uneasily whispered farewells, quick hugs for Kayla early exits. Mark shoulder patted solid stand. Brandon nodded, grasping the load I'd borne. Patricia silent exit pre-dessert. Ripples began subtle. Aunt Linda texted days later. Unaware Ethan, apologies. Should have questioned more. Not overdone but confirming complicity via assumption. They followed the script. Now script fractured. Soon unblocked on platforms by Heather, then cousins silent a year. No chats yet, but signal noted. Real pushback when Patricia attempted fix failed. Her social post, families face hiccups, mix-ups occur. Folks misread intents but love prevails. Vague. I countered privately first, then my update. When past gets spun to heroize, one truth emerges. Love skips silence, twists denial. Nameless but comments flowed, supportive queries, vague cheers from aware kin. Then DMs from extended folk neighborhood ties, even Patricia's book club contacts. Variants of, didn't know, sorry. Heather and Brandon quietly shared packets on request, not chaotic, just to those inquiring. Genius. No need for spectacle. Truth seeped persistent like erosion. Final layer. Community group. Parents, active local association pillars. Patricia chaired events committee. Stephen managed logistics. Seen as reliable duo-till queries on my absence from prior gatherings. Her line, Ethan's pathing, we pray. Harmless till packets circulated in threads. Call from Paul, old mentor. Ethan unaware. Sorry for not reaching sooner. Stunned, he knew. Shifted from vengeance to reckoning. All faced it, Patricia included. She tried contact voicemail poised. Sorry for unfolds. Prefer private chat. Public hurts all. Text. Dinner us too. Ignored. Another. Both misspoke. Laughed, I'd been direct. Brandon. She's unraveling claims you turned folks. Didn't. Just unveiled. No dispute. Work surged raise led another rollout invited to industry panel. Rachel and I dated steady, nothing rushed, but authentic. Pre-holiday Patricia's letter, lengthy, emotional, me-focused apologies, hard being misread, never aimed exclusion, but choices for group stability. Translation new chose ease over me, ended hope forgiveness, want wholeness. Sad hour mailed back one line, wholeness skips, ignoring fractures. No contact since. Holidays past, sans them spent with Rachel, her sib hike buddies. Cooked fresh games till late. First without void filling one anew. Heather chats occasional, Brandon too humbler. Damage lingers but power gone. Begging part dead. Peace remains, unearned, unapologetic, affirming existence sans their frame. Those mattering see me, won't forget. How qua thuk to Patricia lost committee role amid whispers group distanced her for perceived dishonesty. Common in tight U.S. communities where trust erodes fast. Family gatherings shrank, some kin sided away, leading to her isolation. Stephen withdrew, more marriage strained per indirect word. No reconciliation, I blocked permanently, focused forward. Hawk recognized toxic dynamics early, prioritize self-worth over forced ties. Giatri empowers viewing family bonds critically, promotes mental health by choosing healthy circles over blood obligations.